Hi.
Today we are breaking down, in very thorough detail, the star-studded love triangle between our very own friend of the show, Sabrina Carpenter, Camila Cabello, and Shawn Mendes. Did the lines cross? If not, were they blurred? We are going to find out through very thorough analyzation of their lyrics, suspected timeline, blind items, and celebrity gossip. Like, those are the same thing. But, yeah.
All of it.
All of it.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Yeah, we're detectives today, you guys. Detectives.
Yeah.
We put a lot of fucking work into here, so.
We have all the suspects behind us.
Yes.
Jail.
Suspect one.
Jail. Suspect one.
Get it? Sus. What is it? Do something suspect. Kiss my cute ass bye-bye.
Killed that.
Yep. And then suspect 2, Miss Cabello. Suspect 3, Mrs. Carpenter. And then we have our evidence here. Of course, we have the infamous kiss. Do you remember this video?
I saw it on TikTok earlier.
Really? Oh, really? Yeah, Shawn and
yeah.
If you guys don't know what this picture here is, it's Shawn and Camila. I feel like it's after they were like getting teased for like getting caught awkwardly kissing or something, or like weirdly kissing.
Yeah.
And then they took to somewhere, Instagram or TikTok, and did their own, rendition of their kiss. And then they really dove into it, head first. And then we have, of course, so this is where our triangle lies. You can see how many lines are crossed here.
So many lines.
I didn't realize how much how many things there were between Sabrina and Camila.
Yeah, me neither.
You know what I mean? Like talking about
idea.
each other and like liking each other.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Being
so
friends.
many, different.
Or friendly.
Yeah.
So many different what? Sorry.
So many different lyrics too.
Yeah.
And just, oh my God. I just like missed it all.
Me too.
I feel like.
Literally, where were we? Were under a rock? I don't know. To be honest, whenever Sabrina and Shawn were a thing, I wasn't really like invested in their relationship too much.
Right. That's what I agree with that too, because when we reacted to Short and Sweet, I literally said something of like, I forgot they dated.
Right.
I forgot about it. Mm-hmm. And I was reading an article too today, and it said how I think that's actually normal. Like, a lot of people didn't really think twice about it until Camila's album came out.
Oh, okay.
And it kind of
like
sparked
a snowball.
And then Short and Sweet came out, of course, and it just went down.
It's so fascinating how that works and like spirals, because also like I feel like at the time of when Camila and Shawn started dating, I was very invested in that because I loved them both separately.
Me too. I love them separately, but I also it's so fun watching people sing together.
Yeah.
And like
who are like
songs.
friends and like you don't know that they're dating. There's so much chemistry.
I mean, like there was this one video of them singing Senorita
at the the award show.
Yes, and it's like it's so
like Senorita.
It's so crazy to watch.
I know.
I sent it to you earlier, and I was like, oh my God,
it goes crazy.
Like, imagine that the whole like 10,000 people watching you.
And I feel like, weren't there people in the audience, like their friends, I don't know if it was Taylor or what, being like, oh my God.
Yeah. Like, and I was thinking about too, they both opened for Taylor Swift at one point, and the circle's so small, but
I'm
so big.
sorry.
It gets so big.
It's kind of like, honestly, when
wild.
You think about it, like, I saw this one thing. Did you see this? The Gracie Abrams this is another fucking good triangle, okay,
There's
you guys?
another one. That's a good example.
Phoebe Bridgers, Gracie Abrams, who were very friendly and friends.
Then both opened for Taylor.
Right. Yes, exactly. Taylor, and then also, of course, Paul Mescal, which you guys, I could talk about that literally all day. But anyway, that's not about this. It's just interesting. What?
No, but there's so many similarities with that, with like the Phoebe, well, not Gracie, but Phoebe, what's her name from Normal People?
Oh, Daisy Edgar Jones.
Yes. The famous picture of her.
Oh, I know.
Of them.
With
looking at each other.
There are multiple triangles in that triangle.
Yes, but then there's a video of Shawn and Sabrina, or Sabrina was looking back while he was walking on the red carpet, but she kept going like back and forth while talking to Amelia. Chicken Shit Update.
Oh, I didn't know this.
It's so juicy, but like it's kind of that core.
Yeah, okay. I like the sound of that.
Yes.
See, I love it when that kind of stuff happens.
It's so fun to watch.
Yeah. We're going to start off with the timeline first. And I think it's very important to go all the way back to the beginning of Shawn and Camila at their start.
Yeah, because they go way back.
Yeah. Hey, wait. If you like this episode, make sure you subscribe down below or follow us on Spotify to make sure you don't miss any more. Shawn and Camila started dating in 2014, but they have been friends for a really long time, I think, before that. Actually, the pair met while opening for Austin Mahone.
Wow.
Which you guys, we haven't ever said this on here. You were an Austin Mahoner, weren't you? I was a honer.
Yes.
Like, I don't know what you call them.
I saw him on,
Red Tour.
No, I saw him on Raya.
Oh,
remember?
yeah, you did.
I don't think I can say that.
Yeah, well, you don't have it anymore, so it's fine, right? She didn't want to pay for it. Anyway, I digress. That's crazy. I did not know that because that also was a triangle there because Austin Mahone opened up for the Red Tour as well.
Yeah, that was crazy.
So, yeah, that is nuts. That's a really big thing. And yeah, Fifth Harmony and Shawn Mendes were once touring with Austin Mahone, actually. And Shawn said that he didn't talk to anybody. You were the only person that talked to me. Like, you were the only one out of everybody on that tour who would say words to me.
Wow. Oh,
so sweet. I think, like, I don't know. It sounds like throughout all of this while I was doing my research that he seemed to, like, fall really hard for her and not maybe it, like, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes there's just, like, one person that really... And they were so young. It's like your first love. Before there was Senorita, there was the best I Know What You Did Last Summer. I'll finish it.
That is the best.
I'm sorry, that song still gets me giddy. Yeah. And the couple's first song together, and it appears on Shawn's debut album, Handwritten, great album. And fun fact, they wrote the song backstage at a Taylor Swift concert during her 1989 tour.
Wow.
Apparently, they actually wanted to make other versions of that song too. Like, I Know What You Did Last Fall. I Know What You Did Last Spring. Like, I'm like, I don't know. That's funny. June 20th, to be exact, Camila and Shawn released Senorita.
That song was actually life-changing. Like, again, I like looking back at like their chemistry and, you know,
yes,
part
it's
of
sexy,
it.
It's cute at the same time.
And it just went on for so long. I feel like that
era. They were everywhere, like everywhere performing that.
Yes. And we ate it up.
Oh my God, yeah.
It was so good.
I still eat that song up.
No,
like
me
that.
too.
It hasn't been on a playlist in a minute, but it should be.
No, it's coming back.
Exactly. And then after that is when I think like the snowball started, because in 2019, like a few months after they released Senorita, July of 2019, Camila and Shawn are everywhere together. Everywhere. Okay. They're pictured everywhere together. They're hanging out. They're holding on to each other. They're doing the paparazzi walks, you know, in like, I feel like all those paparazzi walks are on the same fucking street in LA, but I don't know.
Literally.
You know?
There's so many of them.
Right. And they were spotted holding hands on the 4th of July. And then September, they do the makeout Instagram because they got memed on, like we just mentioned. And that to me is it. I don't know if I remember it being iconic at the time. I don't think it is. Like now, maybe it's iconic, maybe just because it's so funny to me. Do you agree with that?
What?
Them releasing the makeout session, the joke one.
Oh, what? Like they took it too.
No, like
can you say that again?
Did you need to see that on your timeline? Did you enjoy seeing that on your timeline?
No.
Oh, okay.
I don't think so, but like honestly, I almost live for it. Do you know what I mean? Like
I don't need to see it, but okay, I get it.
Yeah,
I feel that.
Like. I don't know, valid.
Yeah, I get that. And then the inevitable happens. In November of 2021, they announced their breakup, which had the world in shambles. Real, actually, because I thought they were endgame. To me, like, certain couples, it does still shock me, even in Hollywood, where I'm like, come on, what the fuck? Like, you really can't work it out.
No, right. Like, what's the problem?
I always think the people, like, the couples who, like, look like they're besties and such good friends, I'm always so confused about, like, they're everywhere together and they just, like, seem to vibe, you know?
Yeah.
And they start
them.
young.
I saw, she was on Therapist with Jake Shane recently, right? Yeah.
Oh, I didn't watch that one.
It was actually one of my favorite ones of that one.
Okay, cute.
She was like really funny and fun.
I love Camila. Yeah.
Yes.
Should we preface this that we love literally every single person
single
in this triangle?
one. Like, yeah, and so many memories with each one of them.
Yeah, besties.
Right.
Yeah. It's true though. Yes.
But silence.
Yeah.
Thinking.
Yeah. But she was cute on there.
Yeah, she was so fun and goofy, and like I can see why they are so like why they would be so silly together because I feel like he has a very unserious humor.
Yeah.
Of like there's that one meme of him going,
It's giving share.
Oh yeah.
It's like he's just goofy.
Yeah. And he doesn't like. I don't know. He's like he confuses me because I do agree with that, and then some other things I think he takes a little like too much. Like he seems like very sensitive. You know, like he reminds me very much of our brother, which we love so much.
That's a great way to put it. Yes.
And is he an Aquarius?
Wait, what are their
Because our brother's an Aquarius, and
what
if you
are their
know,
zodiacs? Shawn.
this is actually very important because Sabrina's a Taurus, correct?
Okay, so he's a Leo.
He's a Leo.
Sabrina's a Taurus, and then
Wait, yeah, Taurus and Leo. I feel like I personally like out of those people I know, I'm not good with like if they're good or together, but like what?
She's a Pisces. That seems like actually kind of like the worst combo.
That's a like really weird feral combination of all three people, in my opinion. Because like I couldn't like Jamie's a Taurus, a Taurus woman, and I can never picture you with a Leo man.
No, I would literally want to die.
Yeah, and I also this is crazy information. I'm sorry, I'm just
this is
it
actually crazy. What is that? What's Leo? Fire.
Yeah.
So you fire, water and earth.
Yes.
That's
what I'm saying. This is crazy.
No.
This is crazy.
Whoa.
And then you guys, but this is what's so crazy or to me, okay? They were broken up for 2 years, and this is where the crisscross happens in the timeline, okay?
Right.
Sabrina and Sabrina and Shawn didn't start dating. They denied dating in March of 2023, okay? They were asked and they were seeing each other, whatever. That's like how big of a difference. It was 2 years after Shawn and Camila broke up that Sabrina was even in the picture seemingly.
Right, and it still...
And then it rang Camila's bell.
Uh-huh.
You know?
Yeah.
And so then 1 month later, okay, so that was in March. Then in April at Coachella, Shawn and Camila were seen kissing each other. From me and what I've read on the blind items, it seems to me like Camila saw him with someone else publicly and someone that she likes to and admires and was a friend.
Right, because they were definitely friendly.
Or at least friendly, yes. Like mutually like talking about each other, shouting out their songs, or like talking about each other in interviews.
And
seen
especially in photos together, I feel like there's a few of them really old.
Right.
Not them really old, like
yeah.
Older pictures.
Right, yeah, exactly. And so it's like, to me, I'm like thinking, if I'm trying to relate it to people I know in real life, would someone like that, you know, you see someone and then you're like, okay, no, like I want you back because you look really look really appetizing now that someone else has you.
Yes, it rubbed her the wrong way.
Right.
Or
the right way.
Yeah.
Either way. Yeah. And that's where the fire starts, because that's what I remember, those kissing things too, because I'm like, really 2 years after, then you're gonna rekindle, and then it's been blurry ever since.
Right. That's why it's right, because then they're on and off again. Off on. Yeah. Is what it seems like.
Yeah. Right. Because then June Gloom. Okay. The lyrics started trickling out. How come you're so we'll get into like deep dive lyrics as well, but after they were seen kissing or whatever, Camila shares a 20-second thing of June Gloom. A little snippet, okay? Where the lyrics are, how come you're just so much better? Is this gonna end ever? I'll fuck around and find out. Are you coming to Coachella? If you don't, it's whatever. If you do, honey, it'll be all I think about. That's crazy.
That is crazy. She's quick with it.
Right, exactly. Then after that, they were seen holding hands, etc. And then we get Sabrina Carpenter's album, where we find out, I feel like that gave me the most context of the entirety of the situation and how Sabrina felt in it, because I think if you didn't know the lyrics and you didn't have this context now, you would think she probably didn't care. It was just a little fling. Whatever. But that's what I thought. Then you hear this and I'm like, oh, they were in deeper than they let everyone know. Then they wanted it to seem.
I think so too.
She at least felt differently. And that's what fucks me up in this situation.
Like even because publicly too, when they were spotted together, Shawn and Sabrina, there was one, I don't know what they were doing. They were at some event and they did the thing where they walk out separately, but like to the same car.
Oh yes.
And like, so it was like publicly, like everyone knew they were together, but like,
it wasn't the Met Gala, was it?
Oh, maybe it was that weekend.
Yeah.
But it's just the timeline is so weird too, because it's so back and forth. And then like you see Shawn and Camila, they're at like the Eras tour together. It's like, it's so weird. So weird and random.
It's just like that, like, you know, I had some like back in the day, I had friends who would just like break up, get back together, and then it's like just to do butterflies. Like this is like just like the adult version of that, I feel like.
I agree.
And I get it. I do get it, because your first love, like, you know, I could see that happening with a lot of people, you know.
Camila's like lyrics, like from the the new one. We'll get into it, but it's just like, I don't like your new girl. She don't move me. When you talk about her, I get moody. It's like pretty much saying like, I don't like you with her.
Yeah.
Like, I don't like the sight of it.
And can we say after all of this, there's a picture of Shawn, I'm not Shawn, Camila and Sabrina in a picture like with 2 other people. I can't remember, but it was out like somewhere, and they were all standing there together.
Them 3?
With Camila's, yes. No, not Shawn.
Oh.
Sorry. that's a bad sign. No, like, but Camila and Sabrina were in the picture together.
Oh, that's so crazy.
I don't know if they talked or whatever, but like, anyway.
Shawn is the ex that won't let you go, but won't commit to you either, which kind of puts into perspective too.
Like one of those guys.
Right. It kind of like, I can see that.
Oh, titter tatter. No. Like tossy turny.
Yeah, like wants to go that far, but then like can't go all
but
the
like
way.
won't like
So
be
then,
a girlfriend
like,
or won't be a boyfriend.
And then pulls back and like.
Oh, interesting. Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So then after the timeline, that's where we get into the juice is the lyrics. I've said this for like ever, but I literally love so much when you get the context through lyrics.
Like after diving into it deep today, I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah.
There's so many that like go over your head, or you don't know all of like the story.
Sure. No, I get
so
that.
Now you know it and you can put it together.
I agree.
But
that makes so much sense.
First though, with Shawn, he has 2 new singles out.
Okay.
And his is called Why, by the way. And I first off thought, please.
Yeah, it's
that's
like
a parallel.
interesting timing.
Right. Interesting.
You know, or interesting choice, because you could just call it Why.
Yeah. Right. Like, why not why?
Right. Why?
But he did drop the statement, I thought I was going to be a father.
Yeah.
Which, that was crazy. The timeline of like the whole June thing, first of all, like Gloom? They both use June. And he says, and Is That Enough, I think is the single. He says, sweet as the sun, warm as the rain, June is the month, free is the day. So I find it interesting with all of it is that like the whole Coachella part of it, they talk about Coachella a lot and like
the lyrics.
Yeah, but think about how or when she dropped Espresso. That was right before Coachella too, which is about Shawn allegedly.
Yes.
But it is interesting.
That is.
Just the timing of it all, because I do think that plays a part in music a lot of the time. Of like,
for sure.
Again, seasonal even. And I don't know.
Yeah, that's a good point. It all comes full circle.
Right.
Every Coachella is a new thing.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, she was buried by the Coachella.
But but still. Interesting. Very.
Yeah. But that was kind of all for Shawn.
Okay, yeah. He didn't give too much away.
Yeah, his album's coming out in October, I believe.
Do you guys want us to react to that?
Right.
I'd love to.
I think
we haven't done a man yet, I don't think.
Yeah, we need a man. Yeah, unfortunately.
Right. Yeah, we gotta add one to our roster.
Yeah, that would be fun. But honestly, that's kind of all we have from him. But Camila did come out with a new album this summer.
Fun album. I like it.
Me too. Called Cxoxo.
Yep.
Cxoxo. And she basically put it out as a love letter to Miami. That was like her description of it. But honestly, it kind of more so gives her side of the story, if anything. Yeah,
and she got it out first. She said, I'm putting this out first.
Right, let her speak her truth.
Yes, and I also want to throw in here before we get into Camila's, because there was a whole era surrounding like Camila. I feel like she tried very hard to like curate a vibe for this album, and I do appreciate when an artist does try to do that. With her blonde hair, of course, people are drawing speculation to so many different inspirations through Sabrina, which I don't know how to feel about. Like, I'm very easily convinced, but at the same time, I can like try to, in my head, I'm like, okay, is this true, or is it just really convincing argument and pictures that are very coincidentally similar? Right. Because to me, my argument for the people that are saying like, yes, she copied Sabrina, like she did the blonde hair, she did the whole thing, or she did it, maybe she did it as a PR and she's really smart, because if she didn't, would we be talking about it as much? I don't know. You know, you gotta ruffle some feathers to get your shit, out. But
also, I'm pretty sure that they have the same stylist, Jared Elner.
Anyway, just throwing that out there. Anyway, let's dive into Camila's lyrics, because I think that these give a lot of context too to her side of it. And then the finalized portion will be Sabrina's.
Okay. I do have, she was on Call Her Daddy as well, I think.
I liked that interview too. I thought that was cute.
Yeah, I definitely did. But she did talk about Shawn on that one a little bit. She said, you're just kind of like, it's not a fit. It doesn't feel right. Luckily, I was in a place in my life where it took me less time to realize that. It took us both less time to be like, This doesn't feel right, and we don't need to try so hard to make it work. It's all good. She added that I will always care about him and love him. He's such a good person, and I'm lucky. Some people have exes that are awful. Oh, because some people have exes that are awful, and he is not. He's a really good, kind person. So it seems like they were in a good place.
Yeah. Yeah, like they ended it mutually on good terms. Like for this, I'm always like, okay, yeah, I get it, get back together. But then but if in real life, we're always like, you never, ever.
Because it's always going to be the same.
Like, almost never. I will say almost never.
Yeah.
You know?
No,
depending. But like whatever. Anyway.
For most of the part.
Right.
Yeah. But she had a new song called Can Friends Kiss? And this
off
is,
the deluxe, right?
Yes. It's like newer.
Yes. Just came out literally Friday.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, actually, let's do June Gloom first then.
Yeah. June Gloom is the one where she performed this at Coachella or somewhere. I don't know, one of those festivals.
Yeah.
And the lyrics really clicked with me. So anyway, what are they?
And she also did something at Coachella too, I think, when she came out and was like saying like how her ex.
Yes.
Song. There's this thing that happens in certain parts of the world. It's called June Gloom. And it's a weather phenomenon that happens, and it makes your surroundings, it's almost like you're in a cloud. It's so foggy. And he's spinning me on this merry-go-round in this deserted playground, and I don't know what I was more drunk off of, honestly. Him or the alcohol.
She introed the song basically by saying her ex said he didn't like the ocean, but then the next day after we broke up, I found him surfing at the ocean or like on Instagram or something.
Yes.
Something along the lines of that. But she says, in June Gloom, she's cool. I heard one act surprise. I saw the pictures. We're a house fire for sure, but it just gets bigger. If she's so amazing, why are you on this side of town? If you like her so much, what are you here trying to find out?
And that goes directly into You Drove from LA to Her Thighs in Coincidence by Sabrina.
Which is, I think she said, what did she say? You drove from LA to Palm Springs in that song or something like that.
Yeah.
And that's a 30-minute drive. That's where Coachella is. That's where that all happened. Again,
so he literally
everything leads back to Coachella. Yeah. Everything.
Coachella, never go.
No Cella.
No Cella. We actually slayed that.
I did not.
Just dropped a coin down.
Wow. Sabrina says, trying to turn the past into the present tense, adding, you've lost all your common sense. The way you told me the truth, minus 7%. What a coincidence.
That's literally crazy because it's like, yeah, you just know that he's like out here like being like, no, like she's in the past. And then all of a sudden, oh my God, I would be so mad. Anyway.
Yeah. And then you see them together.
I would be so mad.
But first, let's get into Sabrina's lyrics. But this does not start actually at short and sweet.
Y'all are forgetting the best Christmas album that dropped in a minute.
Ever. And I was just thinking about how that was like the only thing I really listened to. I feel like last Christmas, it was like
she was in her
an EP, right, and it was like the best one in a while, honestly, and on repeat. But she has a song called Cindy Lou Who, and this was kind of, I think, more so when everyone was kind of speculating it more,
right?
It kind of died down and is picking back up, right, because these lyrics were really like.
Wow.
Like this is the song that everyone was putting TikTok
Yes,
edit to.
the edits. This
right?
was the edit song. Cindy Lou Who.
But these lyrics are crazy. She says, maybe he met you somewhere in the desert while he was soul searching. He found someone better. Your hair so long, lips so red. Maybe we met once, I forget. Scrolling 5 years back, I'm obsessed. Breaking my heart, 'tis the season, I guess. That
goes crazy. That goes
she
crazy.
Shredded her.
Shredded.
With the lips. With
him.
With the soul searching. With the 5 years
maybe
back.
Maybe I met her sometime, I guess.
Yeah.
Maybe.
And scrolling 5 years back. I mean, that's literally their relationship.
Literally. She did that. Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh my God. That song's so good. I can't wait for Christmas this year.
I know, me too. Anyway, when I was writing that earlier, I said the same thing.
Literally. When I listened to Taste, I was like, I did not think it was going to be this. And then the music video too.
That's what
is so
I was just gonna say.
Like,
and it gets even deeper in the with the music video. I feel like
exactly.
Video. She has Jenna Ortega, who looks like Camila. She's actually the same height as Camila.
Wow.
I saw in an article.
Interesting.
And she is wearing the dress. Actually, like the dress is purple in the music video.
Wait, yes.
And that is the "you look like Cher" or "you're
Yes.
giving Cher" meme.
Yes, it's giving Cher.
It's giving Cher. It's literally like that was an Easter egg.
Yes.
Like that was literally Taylor did that.
Yes.
Wondering why half of his clothes went missing. My body's where they're at. This could allude to Shawn because he's always shirted. He's always
like
that. Shawn is always shirtless when
Yeah.
he's spotted out like in public. Like he's he just has that.
Like,
vibe
why
to
is he
him.
fucking naked?
I heard you're back together, and if that's true, you'll have to taste me while he's kissing you. If you want forever, I bet you do. Just know you'll taste me too.
Whenever she was like talking about the album when it came out, she was like, yeah, I don't really like, I was mean back then. I don't necessarily feel it this way now. Like I probably wouldn't act this way now.
Yeah.
And I was kind of like, well, I don't think it's that mean, especially to the boys. But then I'm thinking back, like now that I'm reading that, I'm like, okay, maybe she means it towards Camila because they're probably on better terms than that, because I feel like at the end of the Taste video, the two girls are like laughing about like, yeah, he sucks anyway. Like, what the fuck? Why were we
girl
even?
power? Like,
You know? And so like that's where my mind goes, at least, is that they're like kind of cool, and she like doesn't necessarily blame Camila as much, and you know,
that makes sense too. And
So-
she also said some like with the short and sweet too, of like shorter relationships, and it really does go
fire you up and like
with their relationship too, because it's like they were I don't know,
Yeah.
her the
short and
hardest.
heavy though.
Right. Also the la 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 la.
Yes, in the background of Taste.
Wait, how does it go?
La 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 la.
Yeah.
La 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 la.
But then there's the Shawn Mendes meme that
La 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 la.
that was your meme.
That
You
was my
loved-
meme.
you
I used
loved
that meme so many times. That is
I wasn't
still my
like on
meme.
the bandwagon of that one. I feel like I got to it a little too late.
No,
Like I
literally,
didn't get it.
I would giggle every
Yeah,
time I saw
but
that meme.
That one was a go-to for you. But how does he say it? La la la.
With the lizard. La,
I never
la,
knew
la,
it was
la.
even from a lizard.
Yeah, yes, he
I
played a
literally-
lizard in it.
Maybe that's why I didn't get it, because I was like, why would he be saying
No,
la, la?
from the lizard. La 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 la. Literally golden.
No, I've been known to share. I've been there, done that once or twice, and that also goes to another love triangle with Olivia Rodrigo and Joshua Bassett.
I forgot she wasn't part of. Yeah, she's a
And-
love triangle girl, so she means it.
Right, she means that with her heart. She's like, yeah,
And
I've
she
been
doesn't
here.
mean to get in there, maybe, but like it seems just. Yeah, she just seems to end up there.
Right.
Sharpest Tool really, whenever I was listening to that while we were getting ready, I was like, oh no, this is like brutal, because it's like again, when we first listened, I didn't think it was about Shawn, or didn't realize it. Obviously, you guys saw. But when I listened to the lyrics, like, you're not the sharpest tool in the shed. I'm like, you're brutal.
Yeah,
You got to do what you got to do.
because I'm pretty sure I thought this one was about Josh when we first reacted to.
Yes.
I think that was the first. I was like, oh, that's so Josh, because
Right.
he's also very like self-help mushroom guy. But yeah, so she says not the sharpest tool in the shed, and is afraid to describe someone dumb.
Yep.
And then she says found God at your ex's house always, and he's also been open about his spirituality and relationship with God.
No, you're not the sharpest tool in the shed. We had sex. I met your best friend. Then a bird flies by and you forget. I don't know. That's crazy, because it's like you hear these stories all the time, like, of, you know, like you introduced her to people and then you're just like, okay, next.
Yep.
Like, why?
Yeah.
You know?
I also saw something too with that on TikTok today, that bird is technically a person that gets around, like a whore.
Oh.
And
I would have never
Me
ever
neither.
thought that there
That
would
just
be a
reminded
double
me.
entendre. I thought it was
I
just
had
like
no idea.
like
But
anyone flies by.
right, but it does
Oh.
make sense, because it's like, where do you get bird from?
Right. Oh,
And
interesting.
it's like on Urban Dictionary, basically, that's like a bird.
Right. Okay, that makes sense. Interesting. Then after that, I don't hear a word till your guilt creeps in. On a Tuesday, send a soft hey, as if you really don't recall the time. So I think that that's interesting too, because it's like, yeah, you just literally don't hear from him, and then he starts feeling a little bit bad, and then it's like a little like half-assed, oh hey, like doing himself like a service in his head, like to check that off of his list or feel less guilty about it. Like, oh, I didn't just ditch you and move on. Like, I'll be nice. We're friendly. Like we ended on good terms. Like we still talk,
Yeah,
even if
they're
you just
so
said
weird.
hey.
Yeah.
And then we were going right, then you took a left. I think that's what I'm saying when I'm listening to this. I'm like, she genuinely thought they were fine, and then all of a sudden he's just like literally down the
Which
other
goes
road.
back to the saying of like, he won't commit, or he'll just run, and Yeah.
Right. If that was casual, then I'm an idiot. Which, again, so many people will obviously relate to, but it's so, like...
It's honestly heartbreaking, that lyric, first of all.
It's really...
That was like a gut-wrencher. Because
I agree.
So many people definitely relate to that.
Yep. Lying to yourself if you think we're fine, you're confused and I'm upset. Like, and I genuinely think that when I'm thinking about this, it's like I'm trying to put myself in Shawn's shoes. I'm going back with her and it's like he like wants to be with her. Like, is it's like, okay, can we work on it? Like, I have so much history with this person. And so you're confused, but then you have this person who you're like obviously like really getting along with. Like, clearly Sabrina thought it was going well.
Yeah.
And, you know, it confuses him.
Yeah.
You know, to be re-entered with Camila.
Yeah.
And
especially,
a lot of
I
the
think
times
too,
these people can't
wrap their head around it.
Yeah,
and decide.
make a decision.
Yeah.
Be like, okay, well, we already ended this. I'm with someone else.
Yeah, and I think it also is probably hard for a man when you end on good terms, probably because you're like, you kind of, I would think you almost think
the door's like still
like halfway open,
right,
or
right, because it's like, oh well, if it didn't end and we're like hating each other, then like,
yeah,
why wouldn't
like
we
there's
be
still
back together?
potential.
Yeah,
or like we're still friends,
right? Maybe that's it.
Yeah.
Honestly. We never talk about it. All the silence just makes it worse, really, because it leaves you so top of mind for me, and all the silence is just your strategy. It leaves you so top of mind for me, and I think that because then he stays. I don't know. I'm not gonna. You know what? I'm not gonna be mean. I'm not gonna be too mean because I don't know him.
Right.
But
he's just young, dumb, and confused.
Right, exactly. Always
How
made
old is
sure
that
that the
man?
phone was face down too. That lyric gets me.
Yeah.
Seems like overnight
This
I'm just
whole,
the
like,
bitch you hate now.
This whole
Refrain. That's what it says. No, literally. Because I'm just
good.
wondering, because it's like if let's say he didn't think that they were serious, why would you have your phone down? How you guilt tripped me to open up to you, then you logged out, leaving me dumbfounded.
That's crazy.
So I don't know. I'm thinking maybe they're texting or whatever, and then
Yeah.
she like spills some like lore, or you know confides in him about something, and he just ghosts her, or even like in person. I don't know. Maybe just like pulls back. You know what I'm saying? Like when you're
Yeah.
telling someone, and they just maybe don't reply the way you would expect after dropping something like that.
Yeah.
That's just where my mind goes.
Yeah, I could see him like just pulling back. She says, your car drove itself from LA to her thighs. Palm Springs looks nice, but who's by your side? Damn it. She looks kind of like the girl you outgrew. At least that's what you said. References to Palm Springs, which is about 24 miles or a 31-minute drive to California, where Coachella is.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Like that's how quickly this must have happened. And I don't know if this is like
Right.
legit like last week and then this week, but like still it clearly happened very quickly.
No, like so quick. And like things like that too, I feel like when people move on, it does feel very quick, especially like in a relationship, because you're like barely over it and then you see them together probably.
Well, yeah, because you're not over it and then they're already with the
It's like,
other
what
person.
just happened?
Right. Yeah. But Dumb and Poetic really got us going. Okay. These lyrics are really
Juicy.
Really juicy.
Right.
They gave me some context to Shawn that I wouldn't have known otherwise. So anyway.
No. It's on Shawn and his fake poetic way of talking during a relationship, I think, of like how he probably comes across very sweet and romantic.
For sure.
I'm guessing. Every self-help book, you've already read it. Cherry pick lines, like they're words you've invented. Again, he has posted so many spiritual books on Instagram, I guess.
Right.
And
Yes.
he's like very well known for.
We're so sad there's no
Alive.
communication, but baby, you put us in this situation. You're running so fast from the hearts that you're breaking. Save all your breath for your floor meditation. You're so empathetic. You'd make a great wife.
That is a crazy line.
Sliced him and diced him. It's just
Healthy,
interesting
sensitive.
when there's someone saying that, it's like, yeah, you're just so empathetic. You're just so
Right.
empathetic. But then you do the shitty thing and you fuck someone over. And how empathetic actually are you? You
Right.
talk a big talk. You don't walk the walk because you're hurting
your
people.
actions don't fit
Right.
with what you're saying.
Yeah. Promise the mushrooms aren't changing your life.
Yep. And so I guess I never, like, I knew it, but I guess he's
actually
really
know it.
open about how he's experimented with mushrooms. Men doing mushrooms, because like the quote of like, okay, men will take mushrooms and learn what
Women
girls learned at age 6.
Yeah.
Like that is
It's
that's
true.
so true.
Oh my God, he's literally proving that.
Right.
Literally.
Proved.
Fuck with my head like it's some kind of fetish. And again, that shows me that, just like maybe he gets off on it a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't know. Slim Pickens, do you think Slim Pickens is about Shawn?
I don't like I feel like it's more almost towards
Generalized?
like in general. But if anything, Shawn,
Okay.
like I see it more as like you
Oh.
can't find someone you're
Right. Well,
looking
because she
for?
says like, okay, if I can't have the person I want, I'm just gonna have like I just take whatever these idiots, and it's like, so I'm like, is Shawn the one that she wants, and then she has to like have other people,
Right.
Or is he the slim picking?
right.
You know what I mean? I don't know,
I don't know either. because,
but
yeah, she says since the good ones call their exes wasted though. I think that was the line.
see, so that
like
part
kind
is
of
about Shawn.
Yes, like there's a little
Yeah.
like
See-
reference to him maybe.
Okay. See,
of,
that's
like
yeah. That's what makes me think then yes that is about Shawn and just like okay since I can't have him I'm just gonna be with whoever,
yeah,
you know.
yeah.
Okay, interesting. And then lastly, Don't Smile.
I love this song. It's actually I think one of my favorites.
Okay. Wow, love
Top
that.
3.
You think this is about Shawn?
I do. I think it's about missing Shawn after the breakup maybe.
Okay.
Like if anything, I think this is still kind of more general because it's just like don't cry because it happened or don't smile because it happened.
Cry because it's over.
Yeah.
I literally love that. You know, I didn't even pick up on the switch. You did whenever we first listened to it, how she switched it.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, Jamie's a genius. Anyway, I stay in when the girls come home. I want one of them to take my phone. Take my phone and lose your number. I don't want to be tempted. Pick up when you want to fall back in. You can fake it, but you know I know. No, I know. Like, again,
That's a
he
good
gives wishy-washy.
Yes, and it almost gives like or maybe it almost alludes to her thinking that he could potentially come back too. Of like,
Yeah.
he's kind of known for that,
Right.
Almost with Camilla.
Yes.
Camilla.
Yes. And again, leaves it open though, like with
Yes.
both sides and leaves it, texts her the hey. And she's like,
to keep
no,
up to like
so you help
again
your
that's-
guilt, but then
that
also
half door.
yes, keep it open.
Yes.
Have that opportunity in case he was like, oh, you know what? Miss her. Which they always do that.
Yeah, and he probably thinks he's so slick too.
Oh my God. Yeah. And like, right. Like she doesn't see right through him.
Yeah.
And then but she can't get herself to fucking delete the number.
How could you not
Yes.
be like, what if
What if?
he just comes back and we like, what if they don't work out?
Yeah.
And-
What if it works this time? Like finally,
Yeah.
like we're gonna be. Like, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
There's so many things. It's so sad. It's so
yeah.
sad, but it's happy now because she's happy. She's like, listen, she got a #1 album out of it. She's fine.
Yeah.
She's doing great.
She is, and it's so unfortunate for her and them, but it's so entertaining for us.
Yeah.
And like even those lyrics, I think about that interview of her looking at him. He was behind her at the red carpet,
Yeah.
and she literally did a double take, and it
Oh.
was so obvious.
It was after this, all
No, I think it was like
or before.
Before, but
like
it
when
was,
she was kind of like liking, she had a
yes,
crush.
and it really just gives me the
Oh, I
butterflies
see.
because I can't imagine being in that position.
Right.
Of they're all famous and they're all just being
Yeah.
watched, and you see someone on a red carpet.
Yeah.
Like,
I know. Like, ooh, God, that's kind of juicy. Yeah. Someone does need to write a little thing about this, like a movie. Wattpad, please. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Please bring back Wattpad.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay. So we've like, I feel like we've really detectivified this. We've done and you know what's funny is that I was printing out. Okay, so we have like a really beautiful picture of Sabrina here. All of them, you know, all of them beautiful. But all I gotta say is Sabrina, something was going on demonic.
Wait.
Someone didn't want me to have like I had to.
Oh, she needs a sage cleanse.
Yes, something happened. She is being watch out for the evil eye, Sabrina, because my
No,
printer
'cause
did
why
not
are they
want
just
this
her
to
eyes?
happen. Right? Why are they just? They stop at the same exact spot, you guys.
Kind of a pretty color palette though.
I know, and I never, yeah, literally, I never had that issue with any of the other ones. I'm just throwing that out there. Sabrina, watch yourself. Watch your back, girl. Watch your back, girl.
Yep.
Anyway,
Cleanse.
yeah, that's our deep dive.
That was so fun.
Yeah,
I really enjoyed that.
I love learning like and digging deep into lyrics. And again, I'll probably still do this like even further and find new little clues in songs. And because I still do it with especially like Tortured Poets.
Yeah.
You know, you just find new little things and you're like, oh, you think about it in a different way after sometimes you hear it more.
I'm sure we miss so many.
Please, if you know any more lore, leave it down below. You guys know we love to hear
lore.
that. And if you're not subscribed to us already, make sure you do down below.
Yes.
And
would
follow
love
us
to
on
have you here.
everywhere. Bye.
Bye.